Today we will talk about the list in Python. The list are a sequence of values. A list is a data type that can be used to store any type and number of variable and information. The value in the list are called elements, or items or list members. A list in Python is formed by enclosing the value inside square bracket. Unlike strings, the lists are mutable. Mutable means we can change the element of list. Value in a list can be changed or modified and can be accessed using index value enclosing square bracket. The syntax of creation of list, so you can use any variable name, then equal sign, and then list of value should be written in square bracket separated by comma. So I tell you how can we create a list. So suppose you can use any variable. Suppose I have using L and then equal to. So this is the empty list. If you have just used square bracket, means open and close square bracket, it means no element in this list, so this is an empty list. Suppose if you want to create a numeric list, so 1 comma 2 comma 3, so this is a list, so we integer list we can say, because all the values are integers. Same way you can suppose if you want to create floating point values, so 1.5 comma 1.3 comma 1.5. in this way you can create a float list. Again next, suppose if you want to create a character A comma B comma C, so this is a character list. And suppose if you want to create a numeric list 1 comma 2 comma 3, so this is a string list. And mixed list, so we can use in list different types of values. Suppose one integer you have taken, one float you have taken, one character you have taken, and one string you have taken. So in this way we can create a list. So this is the way that through we can create a list. Okay, next you can say the memory organization of list. We can also access each and every element in list through the index number, just like a string. So the very first element is at 0 position and the last one as the length of list minus 1. And when the negative number is also used in index, so minus 1 is the last one, minus 2 is the second last. In this way we can access the element through the index values. Okay, next is creating a list through next is creation of list. Suppose if you want to create a list, we can use a list function, creating list using list function. So some of the sequences is already given. Suppose one string, suppose A equal to something, ABC is written, and if you want to convert this A into list, so L equals to list function we can use, and then we can pass this variable and look at A, C and B. This has been created into a list. Next, suppose if you want to enter list value at runtime, suppose if you are using the entering list values at runtime using input function. So we can use x equals to input enter list of items. Suppose if you are using the list of items, input by default input text value in string format. So we have to use list function, so that will convert the list of item into list. Next is, suppose if you are entering the value 1 2 3 and x, you can observe 1 2 3 has been converted into list, but we have entered the numeric value and it is showing in character because it is enclosed in single quotation, so all the values in character form. So we can also use one function, that is eval function. So eval function that converts eval function, that actually this eval function is used to evaluate expression. Eval function is used to evaluate expression. Any expression you are passing with the eval function. Suppose if you are using eval x equals to eval of, and any expression you can pass in double quotation. Suppose 2 plus 3 I have passed, so 2 plus 3 it will evaluate x is 5. So we can also use eval function to enter the value at runtime. So suppose that variable we are passing, so list not eval I am using, and input and enter list of items. And suppose if you are using 1 comma 2 comma 3 and x, you can check, so all the value is converted into 1 2 3. So it will take the value in which format you are entering, so it will accept value in that format. Next topic is accessing list item. Suppose if you want to access a list item, accessing list items. To access the list item, we have to use the index value. For example, if you are creating a list, lst I am creating, and you have passed 1 2 3 4 5 6. So this index, so this 1 at 0 position and 2 is 1 position. Suppose if you want to access lst and we will pass 0, so it will access the very first value, that is 1. So in the same way, means the way we are accessing the string element, the same way we can access the value of these list items. So if we are passing -1, so the last element will display. Okay. One function we can also use len function that finds the length of sequence, you can say. So list is also a kind of sequence, so it will return 5 because there are 5 elements in this list, 1 2 3 4 and 5. Next is difference the strings and list list, because lists are mutable. Mutable means we can change the value of list item. Suppose lst I am using 0 position, I am replacing with the 10. So L0, the expression of meaning of this expression is L0 means change the value at 0 index to 10. So it will change the value of 0 index. So you can observe, so the value has been changed. Traversing a list. Next is traversing a list. Traversing means to read each and every element. So whenever we traversing any data item, yeah, data type, we can use. So suppose if you are using string, if you are using list, if you are using tuple, so we can use for loop. So for x in lst I have already created, so we can use this and print x, and look at the output 10, the first 2 3 4 5. So if you want to reach if you want to read each and every element of list, so we can use for loop to access each and every element. Next is slicing, list slicing. The slicing, before slicing, one more thing I want to discuss, that is replication. The list item, we can also use the same operator. Suppose one list item you are creating here, one list you have created, and if you are using this replication operator, suppose ls multiply 3, so it will generates the list item 3 times. So it generates a new list that the value in that list is multiplied by 3 times, means 3 times the values will appear in the next in the list. Okay. Next is slicing. Slicing, we have already learned what is the meaning of slicing. Slicing means to extract the values from a sequence, as a list is also a kind of sequence, so we can use index number to slice the element of a given string, a given list. So list slice are sub part of list extracted out. So this is the syntax: list start, stop and step. So we can understand, suppose look at this, one list item has been created, and these are the list item 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, and these are the index number of each and every element. Look at the very first at 0 position, second one is first position, then second position, third, and negative indexing is also used in this. So the last one is the -1, -2, -3. So the very first one is the length of length of list. Okay, the next you can understand, just I am not demonstrating, just explaining the example given here, so you can understand, because we have already done in the string string section. Sorry, L1 5 colon 5 means it is the starting index number, and ending index number is not given, so it will extract value from 5th position to last element. The 5th position is 5th is 600, so 600, 700, 800 and 900 will print. Next is 2 to 6. 2 colon 6 means the second index number to last index -1. So here 6 is passed, so it will extract the value up to 5th index. So the second is 300 and 300 and look at here 300 and then 400, 500 and 600, because it is at 5th index number, because it will end before 6. Next is L1 -9 colon -5. So -9. So -9 is the index of very first element to -5. So -5. So -5 is here. So one value before that the index number. So 100, 200, 300 and 400. So this output will print. And we can also reverse the value in the list. So we can pass this colon colon and then -1. So if we are passing this, so it will reverse the output. For example, 900, 700, this is in this list 100 to 900 is given, and if you are passing this value, so it will reverse that value. Okay, one is given L1 MyLab. This is the nested list of example, because the one list item is itself a list, so that is the nested list. So MyLab is a string and this is a list. The second one is the list. Y is the third element, that is the character, and the fourth is a tuple because it is written in parenthesis, so it is tuple. And again the table is in a string form, and 50 is a numeric value, integer we can say. So L1 2 2 3. So index of 2 is y, and 2 3. So 2 2 3. So 3 minus 1. So only this index y will print, because it is at second index, 2 index, and the last index -1, because the last index is this tuple, but it will take value 1 minus to the last index number, so y will print only. Next 1 2 2. 1 2 2 means 0 1 2. So only one index is executed by this statement, so only this list item 1 2 3 will print. List 3 1. List 3, the meaning of this is list 3. So list 3 you can say 0 1 2 3. 3 is itself a tuple, and in that tuple the index of 1. So this is the index of list 1, and inside the tuple, so 3 is at 0 index number, 4th is at first index number, and 6 is at second index number. So L1, the first indicates the index of list, so that is 3. 3 means this tuple, and 1 is the index of tuple. So 1 is the index of 4 number, means this value 4 value of this tuple, so the output is 4. Okay, so hope you can understand the slicing. Now we will move to the next topic. Next topic is built-in list function and method. So these are the methods is given, so we can discuss each and every. First we start with the index. What is the index? So suppose one list is suppose I am creating a list, lst equals to 10 comma 20 comma 30 comma 40 or 50 comma 60 comma 70, and I want to get the index, the first index function returns the index of first matched item from the list. First matched item. So if more than one list item is there, so it will return the index of very first. Suppose in this list 10 20 30 40 50 60 and 70 is there, and if 10 is repeatedly suppose the one value occurs more than one time in that list, so it will return the very first index of element. So lst dot index, I am using index function, and if I am passing 20, so it will return 1 because the 20 is at first index. Okay, so if and if you are passing the value that is not present in this list, so it returns error because the value error 90 is not in list. Okay. Next function is append function. Next function is append function. Append, it adds. Suppose append function. Append function, it adds value at end of list. So if you want to add more value in your list, so we can use append function. Suppose the list we have already created 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. I want to add 80 in this list, so we can pass just append and then new value you can pass, and you can check the 80 is added in your list. Okay. Next, extend. Next function is extend function. Extend function. This function is also adds value in list at end. Extend, sorry, spelling is not correct. Extend function, it also adds value in list, but if you want to add more than one value in the list, suppose append is used only to add one value in the list, and if you want to add more than one value in a form of list, so we have to use extend function. So there is a difference between append and extend. Append only used to add one value, and extend is used to add more than one value. If you need to add more than one value, then you have to use extend function, and if you want to add only one value, then you can use append function. How we can use extend function? So just lst dot extend, and the value that you want to enter, 100, 110, 120. So in the form of list you have to pass and lst, and then you can check 90, 100, 110 and 120. So in this way you can pass the value in the extend, so it will add more than one value, but you have to pass in the form of list. Next function is len function. Len function, we already know len function. Len function, it is used to find the length of a string. So if you are using L and LST, so it will return 12. So there are total 12 elements in this list, so it will return the length of list. Next is pop function. So if you want to remove element, the pop function, so pop function is used to remove elements from list. So we can use, suppose one list you form and equals to if you are passing 10, 20, 30, and if you want to delete, so lst dot pop, and then you have to pass the index value. So index, so look at this tooltip. So pass index item, remove the item at index number. So suppose I want to remove, is 30, so 0, 1, 2. So we have to pass the second index number to remove the 30, and 30 has been removed from the list. We can check the 30 has been removed from the list. We can also use remove function to remove the element from remove an item. So we have to pass remove, so lst dot remove, and then you pass u40 and look at. So in pop function you have to pass the index of item that is to be deleted, and in remove function you can pass the value that you want to remove from the list. One more function we have to discuss, that is insert function, because append and extend both the functions adds value at end of list. And suppose if you want to add a value at certain position, if you want to add at very first position, if you want to add a value in between the two list items, so the extend function and append will not use to insert value at certain location. So if you want to insert value at certain location in the list, we have to use insert function. Insert function is used to add list items we can say at specific position. How? LST, first you can check the 20, 30 and 50. So I want to add 20 as I want to add 30 between 20 and 50. So lst dot insert and then position. So first is index. So look at the first index. So which index I want to insert? So 0 1 2 0 1 2. So at second index I want to add 30, and then you can check the 30 has been added at that location. So when you want to add a value at certain location, so you can add that value at that location with the help of insert function. If you want to, next is clear function. So it will clear lst dot clear, and then the list has been empty. It emptied the list, so it will remove all the item from your list. So if you want to clear your list item, we can use this clear function. Next is function is count function. So first one list you create 1 2 3 4 5 6 and a count. So suppose lst dot count we using, and count suppose 3 I am passing, so it returns. So how many times that value has been used in that list, so it returns the number of occurrence of that value. So count, it returns the number of occurrence of the past value. Suppose lst dot append I am using, append one more 3 I am adding in that list. So you can check the 3 is 2 times now used in that list. So we are passing the same value, and look at the value, the 2 has been returned. It means it will count that value occurs in that list 2 times. So it will return the number of occurrence of the past value. Next function is reverse function. Reverse. So reverse function, it reverse the list. Reverse function reverse the list. So lst, first you print the lst. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 3 is, and then lst dot reverse, use and then print lst. So look, the list of item has been means the list item has reversed the list item, means all the list item has been reversed. Next is sort. lst dot sort function arrange the value in ascending order. So then lst int, so it will the value has been arranged in ascending order. So if you want to sort your list, if you want to arrange your list in ascending order, we can use sort function. And if you want to arrange in descending order, so lst dot sort we can use. And reverse, we have to use one parameter, reverse equals to true, reverse equals to true, and then enter and look at the value. So your list item has been sorted in descending order. So these are the function is used with the list, and these are the length we have used. Suppose if you are passing the max value, so it will return the maximum value from that list. Minimum, it will return the minimum value from that list. List we have already discussed, so it will create the pass sequence into list. Sum, it will return the sum of list item, and CMP, that compares the two list. One list is greater than to another, so it compares the list. So that's all for the list. Hope you can understand the list. And if you find any difficulties, if you have any queries, so you can raise query in the given WhatsApp group. Thank you very much.